9 News Plus weather sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Good afternoon, everyone. 9 News Meteorologist Greg Perez here with an update to the forecast. Get ready for the bitterly cold temperatures. Tonight you'll want to be inside. Tomorrow during the day you'll want to be inside. Tomorrow night you'll want to be inside, and most likely Friday too. As we have wind chill warnings, we have winter weather advisories, we have winter storm warnings all throughout Colorado. And on top of all of that, we still have red flag warnings and high wind watches and warnings in effect right now through this afternoon. So let's dive into it, taking a live look over downtown right now. The camera's shaking just a little bit with wind speeds anywhere between 20 to 25 miles per hour in the Denver metro region. Pueblo between 30 and 35 miles per hour. But most areas you look throughout the state, gusts anywhere between 30 to 40 miles per hour possible this afternoon and into this evening. That's part of the reason why we have red flag warnings in effect up until 4, even 5 o'clock for some areas. A high wind watch remains in effect down towards the south and central portion of the state, with around 75 mile per hour gusts possible. Anywhere you see shaded in that hot pink or purple color, temperatures not a problem, but it's the dry conditions and the gusty winds that we're experiencing right now. Relative humidity down to 13% down towards the south and east through Kim, Walsenburg, Trinidad, Colorado Springs, and Pueblo. You guys are in the picture for that red flag warning too. So of course, as per usual, outdoor burning is not required. So let's talk about some of this cold air though that we're going to be getting, because that's obviously our big story for the day. And of course, the red flag warnings are still important, but these temperatures are just going to be so cold. We have wind chill values as low as minus 50 degrees possible, with that wind chill warning that's in effect starting this evening right around 8 o'clock. It lasts through Friday morning at 11 o'clock. And to put this into perspective, Denver has never recorded a minus 50 degree wind chill ever. So this would be really setting the record books as we have more cold air on the way. It's going to be cold anywhere you turn tonight. So make sure the heaters are running well, make sure the pipes aren't frozen, of course, and get those houses prepared if you haven't already done so, or get your houses prepared, I should say, if you haven't already done so, because these are dangerously cold wind chills. We still have to worry about the snowfall too toward the north and west, with a winter storm warning, 4 to 10 inches possible, with gusts up to 60 miles per hour through Aspen, Meeker, Steamboat Springs, all in the picture there. Meanwhile, anywhere you see in that light blue color, we have a winter weather advisory in effect with 2 to 7 inches of snow and gusts up to 50 miles per hour. So we have a massive winter system coming, even though it is mild for the most part today. We have a 60-degree temperature drop this evening and brutally cold conditions on the way for tomorrow. Right now, temperature's not too bad. If you have an hour or so to enjoy these conditions, I would certainly do so, because if you don't have to go outside, I wouldn't over the next 24 to 48 hours. Currently, temperatures in the upper 40s and lower 50s in Denver, Lyman, same thing goes for you guys. The eastern plains, for the most part, looking okay, but here comes that cold air. You take a look just towards the north and east, Sterling already at 9 degrees. Parts of that Cheyenne Ridge, and as you're pushing into Wyoming, very cold temperatures. Sydney minus 3 degrees, and that's what we have coming our way over the next couple of hours. By 6 o'clock tonight, Greeley will already be at 2 degrees, Ray at minus 7 degrees. Let's push on forward a couple of hours more. Between the 11 and 12 o'clock hours tonight, Denver dropping down to minus 3 degrees. It is going to be bitterly cold out there. It's one of those nights where you'll want to stay indoors and crank that heat up as much as you possibly can. Thursday, between the 3 and 4 o'clock hour in the morning, check out the eastern plains, minus 10 degrees in Greeley, minus 10 degrees in Lyman, Burlington minus 14 degrees. Dangerously cold winds and wind chills on the way. And the gusts are going to be staying strong tonight too. Look at Estes Park and Red Feather Lakes between 50 and 60 miles per hour at around dinner time tonight. What you'll notice is things start to calm down a little bit in the metro region, but the Front Range, especially near Idaho Springs and Frisco, 40 to 50 miles per hour, and parts of the high country staying strong, and out towards the north and east, Fort Morgan, between 30 and 40 miles per hour. When it's all said and done, minus 19 degrees. That's our low temperature for tonight. That's what we've been saying over the past 5 or 6 days about how cold tonight is going to be. And while it's likely not to set any temperature records, wind chill records are one thing, but temperature records are not. We're not likely to set any temperature records, but it's still just going to be bitterly cold. Down towards the south and west, not as bad. Lake City around 19 degrees, Cortez at around 20 degrees, but the majority of Colorado is going to be in the negatives. We're already getting a little bit of snowfall out towards Fort Collins and along the foothills. Let's take you through that right now, as Fort Collins is expecting the majority of the snowfall. Same thing goes for the metro area after 6 o'clock tonight. A decent amount of snowfall too for Steamboat Springs, Glenwood Springs, and Aspen through the early hours of tomorrow morning. But by tomorrow afternoon, while much of Colorado is going to be experiencing partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions, Denver and the metro area will be partly cloudy to mostly cloudy, and not only that, it's going to be cold yet again. High temperatures won't make it out of the negatives tomorrow. Let's talk about the amount of snowfall that we're going to be getting first. About 2 to 4 inches likely in the Denver metro area. Same thing goes for Fort Morgan and Greeley. The most snow that we're likely to get is up near Fort Collins, around 7 inches of snow there. Winter Park and Vail not trailing behind too much, between 5 to 8 inches of snowfall in both those regions. High temperatures for tomorrow, though, there we go. -4 degrees in Denver. Once again, a dangerously cold day. Stay inside if you're able to. Work from home if you're able to, especially considering we're going to be getting that snowfall, which could cause a few problems on the roadways, and that snowfall is going to stick to the ground. Even though today, high temperatures topped out in the upper 40s and lower 50s, think of how cold and how cold it's going to get and how quickly it's going to cool down. Those roads are going to cool down rather quickly as well, and some of that snowfall is certainly going to be sticking, which could cause a few problems on the roadways. All right, here we go. Next 48 hours, very cold. I've been saying that all during this entire Facebook Live. Very cold over the next 48 hours. Starting to warm up a little bit on Friday evening as overnight low temperatures drop back down into the middle to lower 20s, much more normal for this time of the year. Saturday, not too bad, warmer, 45 degrees is our high. And then we'll be back in the middle to lower 50s on Sunday and Monday, nearing 60 degrees though by Tuesday and Wednesday. So we are going to rebound very nicely. We just have to get through these next 24 to 48 hours. Unless you love the cold, in which case the next 24 to 48 hours are going to be picture perfect for you with these bitterly cold conditions. But if you're not a fan of the cold, we're back in the 40s and 50s on Saturday and Sunday. Much more pleasant and comfortable conditions by the early days of next week.